The old man died at 6:42 a.m. on a freezing sidewalk, and by noon, helicopters were circling the city, sirens were screaming, and bankers, politicians, and police chiefs were asking one question: who was feeding him? Before this story begins, take 1 second to like this video and subscribe, because some stories aren't just meant to be heard, they're meant to change how you see the world. Red Heart. Every morning at exactly 5:10 a.m., when most of the city was still asleep, Rafiq pushed his rattling garbage cart down Maple Street. The wheels squeaked like tired birds. His gloves were torn at the fingertips, and the smell of damp trash clung to him no matter how hard he scrubbed at night. People avoided eye contact. Some crossed the road. To them, he was invisible, just another sanitation worker in a faded orange vest. But Rafiq noticed everything. Especially the old man. He sat in the same spot every day, beside a broken bus stop bench, wrapped in layers of mismatched coats, his beard white and wild, eyes strangely sharp despite his fragile body. Other homeless people came and went, but not him. He stayed. Rain, heat, winter, always there. The first time Rafiq spoke to him, it wasn't out of kindness. It was because the old man was shivering so badly that his cup of coins kept tipping over. "You'll spill it all," Rafiq muttered, picking up the cup. The old man looked up and gave a small smile. "Money comes and goes. Warmth doesn't." Rafiq didn't know what to say to that. So the next day, he brought half of his breakfast, 2 pieces of flatbread and a boiled egg wrapped in newspaper. The old man accepted it like it was a royal feast. "Thank you," he said simply. That became their routine. Every day, Rafiq shared something: bread, tea in a plastic cup, leftover rice, sometimes fruit if he could afford it. They didn't talk much. The old man never begged, never complained, never told his story. But he always said thank you, always looked directly into Rafiq's eyes, something most people never did. Weeks turned into months. One bitter winter morning, Rafiq arrived late and panicked when he didn't see him. Then he noticed the old man slumped sideways. "Baba? Baba?" Rafiq shook him gently. No response. His skin was cold. The ambulance came. Police asked questions. Someone pulled Rafiq aside. "Did you know him?" Rafiq shook his head. "No. I just brought him food." That afternoon, something strange happened. Black cars arrived. Not police, government plates. Men in expensive coats stepped out, speaking urgently into phones. One of them showed a photograph to the officers. "Is this him?" It was the old man, but clean-shaven, wearing a suit, younger. Rafiq felt a chill crawl up his spine. By evening, the news broke. The homeless man was actually Dr. Arman Qureshi, a reclusive financial genius and cybersecurity pioneer who had disappeared from public life 10 years earlier after exposing massive corruption involving international banking networks. He had vanished without a trace. Governments had searched. Corporations had searched. No one found him. Until now. But the biggest shock wasn't who he was. It was what he left behind. Authorities discovered a worn leather bag hidden beneath the bench. Inside were notebooks, thousands of handwritten pages detailing a complex system that could recover billions of stolen dollars from offshore accounts and redirect them into humanitarian funds. Hospitals, schools, clean water projects, enough to save millions of lives. But the system required one final key, a biometric passphrase tied to a voice pattern. And in the last notebook, one sentence was circled over and over. "Trust the man who fed me." No name. No address. Just that. Police returned to Maple Street within hours. Who brought him food, they asked shopkeepers. A tea seller pointed down the road. Garbage man, orange vest, every morning. Rafiq was halfway through his shift when 2 black SUVs pulled up beside his cart. For a terrifying moment, he thought he was in trouble. Instead, a suited woman stepped out. "Are you Rafiq?" He nodded cautiously. "We believe Dr. Qureshi chose you." "Chose me for what?" His voice shook. She held out a tablet displaying audio instructions recorded by the old man. His voice, calm, steady. "If you are hearing this, I am gone. The man who fed me daily without asking my name, bring him here. He has the heart to decide what should be done." Rafiq's knees nearly gave out. There must be some mistake. "I'm nobody." The woman's eyes softened. According to him, you're the only person he trusted. They brought him to a secure facility. Cameras, guards, fingerprint scans, a world completely foreign to a man who spent his days lifting trash bags. In a quiet room sat a microphone. "Please repeat the phrase he taught you," a technician said. "Taught me? He never." Then Rafiq remembered. Every morning after eating, the old man would say something strange. "Kindness is the password that opens every locked door." Rafiq had always thought it was just poetry. He leaned toward the mic. "Kindness is the password that opens every locked door." The system lit up. Access granted. Across the room, screens filled with numbers, maps, accounts. Experts gasped. One whispered, "My God, it's real." Over the next weeks, funds were recovered, illegal accounts exposed, humanitarian programs launched. News channels called it the largest financial rescue operation in history. And Rafiq? He went back to work. Until one day, a reporter found him. "Why didn't you ask for a reward?" she asked. He shrugged. "I didn't feed him for money. He was hungry." "Do you realize you helped save millions of people?" Rafiq looked down at his worn gloves. "I just gave half my breakfast." Months later, a new bus stop was built on Maple Street. Clean bench. Shelter from rain. A small plaque read, "In memory of Dr. Arman Qureshi and the kindness of a man who saw a human being where others saw nothing." Beside it sat Rafiq, sipping tea, watching the sunrise before his shift. A young boy approached with his mother and asked, "Mom, who's that man?" She smiled. "Someone who proved you don't have to be rich to change the world." Rafiq overheard and felt his eyes sting. Not from the cold this time. Because he finally understood the old man's secret. It wasn't the money. It wasn't the system. It wasn't the power. It was this. The person everyone ignores might be carrying a story powerful enough to change everything. So the next time you see someone invisible, remember this story. And if it moved you even a little, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who believes kindness still matters, and subscribe for more stories that remind us what being human really means. Red Heart.